What number are you looking at? Oh, right. Yeah, Vosminski. That's your son. Okay, I got him down. I had him at the start there, and I guess his jersey didn't show up or something. Equipment. Yeah. Player of the game for sure. Right. Blaze Reardon. Hello? I don't. No, I don't at all. I could. Yeah, I don't hear him at all. I got the play-by-play headset on. Should I use the spare? Anybody there? Check, 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 check. I got you. I got you. I got you now. I got. How's it going? Sorry, repeat that one more time for me. Welcome back to San Diego, California, the site of the 2023 World Lacrosse Men's Championship, brought to you by Rady Children's Hospital, ranked one of the top 10 children's hospitals in the entire nation. As it's Jake Elliott with you here from Wolf Epic Field for Team Sweden and Team Czech Republic. Both teams in search of their first victory here at the World Championship in 2023. And I think we're in for a good competitive game here between these two teams. We will take a quick break and be back with the opening face-off here from Wolf Epic Field in San Diego. You're watching World Lacrosse Men's Championship on ESPN+. Copy that. Welcome back to San Diego here on day 4 of the World Lacrosse Field Men's Championship presented by Rady Children's Hospital. Jake Elliott with you from Epic Wolf Field as the lineup takes place here between the Czech Republic and Team Sweden. Gorgeous San Diego Saturday night, and no better spot to be than right here for World Championship Lacrosse. Sweden will wear their blues, the Czech Republic in their whites here tonight. As for Sweden, coming off a 10-3 loss and a 14-6 loss to Puerto Rico. And the Czech Republic in search of their first victory as well, just the one game under their belt. As the teams break the lineup, and we're just about set to go. Thanks for joining us here on ESPN Plus as we sit field level here for the first time, as I get a new perspective from right down on field level here for this one. A couple other games going on to round out day 4 as well. We'll keep you apprised of those. But we're set to go here from Epic Wolf Field. Blow the whistle. Let's play some lacrosse. As a duel in the face-off X for the first possession of this game. And it'll belong to Team Sweden as they control with McCallion. So get another look here at both these teams. Had the Czechs in the opener, as Niels Berry had a strong game in Sweden's last outing. As they look to improve their standing from 2018. And they'll work through Källgren here. Now Powers from behind the goal. It's a slow, patient set here for Sweden to start this game. Källgren in the left, switches to the right. Across the top, almost lost his footing. Powers. Long pull on him as Jesnicek looks to pry it free. And we'll get a crease violation on Sweden as the Czechs hold on defense for their first try. And now we'll see if they can clear successfully here as Malasic mans the Czech goal. Just having a look down into the bright sunshine, I believe it's Anton Berg that gets the start here for Sweden, as he played the second half of their last game. As the Czechs get set up offensively as we approach this 2-minute mark of quarter number 1. This is Doschley playing in his 7th, you heard correctly, 7th World Championship for the legend out of the Czech Republic. And he's going to get a chance right off the get-go, and Berg forced to make a good stop on his first attempt of the game. A bouncer up the middle and a dangerous pass, and a battle for the loose ball here. And it's won by the Czechs, as Dominik Pesek, who had a goal in the Czechs last game, secures possession. This is Thomas Notek, one of the graduates from the under-20 team. Game searching for its ice-breaking goal. Like I said, I think we're set for a pretty even matchup here between these two national teams tonight. And absolutely perfect conditions to play some field lacrosse here in San Diego. Doschley on the drive from the top. All the way right to goal line extended. Shooting angle disappeared, so Doschley will take it in behind. Pavel Sirk. Now Notek one more time. A little shovel shot, and Anton Berg another stop. Back up there for the Czechs. They'll maintain possession. As Kaden Vlasminski in number 4. No confusion, as after the first game he was listed down as 99 and 4, and funnily enough was credited for about 10 saves and a hat trick in the same game. Scores! Pavel Sirk opens the scoring. as he goes posting in past Berg, and it's 1-0 for the Czech Republic. Just a good low, hard drive there to get it past the Swedish goaltender. We'll get a look at this one again. That's right inside the low pipe. No chance for Berg on that one. As mentioned, a couple other games going on here to round out day 4. And a big one over at Torino Field. The Haudenosaunee Nationals and the Stars and Stripes of the USA doing battle in a pivotal game in Pool A. And you have Korea Republic and the Netherlands going on across the street at Rady Field here on the campus of San Diego State. Ball off the playing surface as the officials want to confer, as they'll stop the clock here to decide who gets possession. Well, Sweden kicking off their tournament against Israel, who is looking strong out of the gates as they won by 7 over the Swedes, 10-3. And then Puerto Rico with a convincing win over the Czechs, 14-6. And then Puerto Rico had their way with Sweden as they've played both these opponents, 16-4 for Sweden in that one, as Czech Republic playing their second game. As they went 5-0 through the European qualifier to get into the World Championship, as our first flag of the contest will hit the turf. So delayed call on here to Team Sweden. And a good run from Montez Kressel. Off the wing. And ball will hit the deck. The whistle will go. And man up time now for Czech Republic with the 1-0 lead. Quick moving first quarter here, under 5 minutes to play already. And it's a 1-minute personal for unnecessary roughness. Okay, so I thought that was a little quick. Speaking of quick, another one for the Czechs and another for Pavel Srk as he puts his outside heater on display. And Czech Republic will call timeout to preserve time on the extra man up. Couple of light bulbs burnt out on the scoreboard here at Wolf Epic Field. So actually 8:51 to go. My apologies there. Thanks for the heads up. We'll get another look at that EMO goal from Pavel Srk, as you're not going to get much of a better shooting angle than that right there. And makes no mistake on the sidearm release. And they'll remain on the man up here as they've called timeout after the goal, and they do that to preserve, they stop the clock on the penalty time as running time here in this first quarter. But the key now for the Czech Republic is to try and win that ensuing face-off so you maintain possession. Not a cloud in the sky here above the field, and it has been just picturesque day after day here at the World Championship. As I honestly cannot think of a better venue or location to hold this world-class tournament. And you get to watch all 107 games of it on ESPN+. So Dobiash will come out for the face-off against McCallion. And Sweden will have to leave a wing open here, down a man. Italian will just knock it ahead here. Trying to come up with it. And Sweden will get possession as it rolls out of bounds. And should be able to kill off the remaining time in the penalty here. There's no pressure coming from the Czech Republic. Some fantastic games earlier today here on day number 4. We'll get you updated on some of the scores from around San Diego here today, including a big win for Hong Kong over Scotland. And Jamaica continues to impress along with Team Japan. And I mentioned in the opening game for the Czech Republic, they did have some travel issues and some equipment issues. And a couple of players wearing different jerseys in their first game, and looks to be the case here in game number 2 as well. As speaking of number 2, Niels Berry bouncing one wide. And another timeout down on the field. Immediate timeout here on Wolf Epic Field. We'll take a quick break with Czech Republic up 2-0 over Team Sweden. We'll be back with more first quarter action here from the 2023 World Lacrosse Men's Field Lacrosse Championships in San Diego on ESPN+. We're back after this.
At Morgan Stanley, old school hard work meets bold new thinking. At 87 years old, we still see the world with the wonder of new eyes, helping you discover untapped possibilities and relentlessly working with you to make them real. Old school grit, new world ideas, Morgan Stanley.
Kids grow up, and it goes by fast. At Rady Children's, we're growing up too, always looking for answers and new and better ways to care for your kids.
That's true.
Researching, innovating, breaking ground. As they soar to new heights,
Ignition.
we're ready for takeoff too.
Liftoff.
Max power, I'm about to go bigger and better. If I ever lose, I don't know, faster than ever. If I ever lose, I don't know, bigger and better. Hitting roller coaster can bigger, bolder, faster. I'm going to the maximum. I'm going to the maximum. I'm going to the maximum. I'm bigger, bolder, faster. I'm going to the maximum. I'm going to the maximum. I'm going to the maximum. I'm bigger, bolder, faster.
Welcome back to Epic Wolf Field here in San Diego as we get set for more first quarter action here between the Czech Republic and Team Sweden, with the Czechs up 2-0 over the Swedes, as it'll be Sweden ball out of the timeout. And I believe back to 6-on-6 here in the offensive zone as they look to get their offense going here this evening on day 4. Niels Berry was the top player for Sweden in their last effort. Filling up the score sheet, but it's been Gustafsson that has led the way for the Swedes offensively, as Powers tries to get top side. Here's Niels Berry. Gustafsson was cutting through. The second man coming. Oh, what a stop down low for Malasic. Kicked out the leg and kept it on the right side of the goal line there for the Czechs. And now the clear. Good run through the middle. As Thomas Hayek will dish off and head off. As no tech will work his way behind the goal. This is Jan Fischer. Peshik. And ball to the far side of the field. It's Loscott. Here's the drive from top side. Around one man, draws the double. A little hesitation, moves, switch hands. Chance on the crease, comes all the way through. And a riser might have caught the outside of the pipe there from Peshik. As the sun shining down as it begins to set here in Southern California. As Vosminski has been one of the top performers here for the Czech Republic. He tried to play setup man. And swarming the ball carrier here as it's on the deck and scooped up. And on the run, it's McCallion. As he's got Powers in deep. Good job there by the Swedish defense. Now, can the offense get going? This is Luke McCallion. Gustafsson. Open set here. McCallion misplayed the pass as it rolls to the sideline and empty possession once again for Team Sweden. Jan Fischer looking for the quick whistle. Plays a little soccer while he's at it. Czech's very good at that sport as well. Pavel Sirk with both Czech Republic goals so far. As Dashley will go for a run in the right hand. He'll make the turn, lost the ball in the process. And Sweden will retain as they get it right back. A good looping ball on the mark for Wallgard. And now we'll have an offside here. And I haven't seen a flag drop down, but I gotta believe they saw it. And Sweden will have to continue to attack the ball here to avoid the whistle. As Powers near side. Takes a hard wrap on the hands. And maybe they didn't get the offside because that would have drawn the whistle right there, that play. As McCallion starts to work towards goal. Tough bounce pass there, but McCallion will handle. As Barry open on this near side for the moment. As they'll send one across. Pass off the mark. So Czechs get away with one as they were clearly offside, but you know, the officials saw it and play continues. As Malasic will lob one up. And the Czechs are across the center line. Iji lost cut. And now a flag comes down. It's just getting back to my point. Is that one in? Yes, it is. I thought it was on the outside of the goal. Excuse me. As I was just about to say, we do not, unfortunately, have 6 listed on my roster or in the media guide, but I want to say that was Josef Slavik, and maybe I can get some intel from some of the Czech Republic fans here at the next break. As I mentioned, they had some travel and some equipment issues. Or if you're tuned in here to the broadcast on ESPN and you want to get in touch with me, you can do so at PXP, the number 4 Sports, and let me know. I know Czech fans are diehard lacrosse fans, and I'm sure lots tuned in here to the World Championship. There's a hard collision. And Sweden to the loose ball. Dixon Smith the third making the play, but then he turned it over, and chance coming in, And cashing in was Kaden Vlisminski as he continues his hot play here in San Diego. And they were just about to announce the goal across the field, and I think they might be having the same issue as I was, or am, as they'll get that sorted, and I'll keep an ear over there. As we go back to center here in now what is a 4-0 lead for the Czech Republic. Sweden with a clean face-off win. And Zach Rubin with a good run up into the zone. Final minute here of quarter one, Niels Berry. And that bounce shot goes over top as Power is there for backup. But not closer than the Czech long pole. And Yuznicek, who outraced him to the end line, and Czech Republic will come away with possession. See how aggressive they want to get here in the final 25 seconds with their clear. As all sorts of bodies line up along the center line, and here's where you really need to communicate with your teammates. And the set play there for the Hail Mary did not pan out. And it's a turnover, maybe one more chance for Sweden, as Gustafsson will save it on the sideline, but time will expire in quarter number one. Czech Republic out to a good start here after 15 minutes of play as they lead Team Sweden 4-0 here on Wolf Epic Field in San Diego. We're back to the World Lacrosse Men's Championship presented by Rady Children's Hospital on ESPN Plus after these messages. Welcome back to San Diego and the Men's World Championship presented by Rady Children's Hospital. Blow the whistle, let's play some lacrosse. We're underway here in quarter number two, and we got our roster figured out here. Number 6 is Lucas Kuchera, who fortunately forgot his jersey back at the hotel or something, so wearing number 6 here for the Czech Republic in this one. And the Czech Republic leading 4-0 as they go with the hidden ball trick, and they got it! Clip it for Dashley. The hidden ball trick works for the Czech Republic. And the legend Doshli will slot it home from distance. Ah, beautiful stuff there. It doesn't work often, but when it does, it is pretty to watch. See it again here on the replay. The little flip and goaltender hook, line, and sinker as from the restraining line into the back of the cage. 5-0 Czech Republic. A battle for the loose ball off the draw. McCallion first two as he scoops it in the air. Took a push on the back. As teams flip around here in quarter number 2. And it'll be Team Sweden ball. Here with Eric Salgren. Gotta try and get the offense going here, as they're in a hole against the Czechs now. Sweden making their 6th appearance here at the men's championship and returning 9 players from 2018. But unable to find the back of the goal yet on this one, as another stop on defense by the team in white. This is Jakob Kos. Goes back to his goaltender Malasic. There's all the fans along this near sideline shielding their eyes watching the play here on Wolf Epic Field. The sun continues to drop into the San Diego skyline. Long feed on the mark. Here's the chance. Scores! Oh, what a pass and what a finish from Hayek. Just a beautiful long ball. Dropped it right in the bucket. And Hayek sticks it home. Great concentration to bring in that pass. That is not an easy ball to try and catch. Over your shoulder, on the run, looking back into the sun. And the concentration was optimal. And a Swedish penalty after the goal, as well as free possession here for the Czech Republic as they continue to pour it on here against Team Sweden. Sweden short a man involuntarily as that pass deflects off the stick of Walgard and out, and he'll stay with Czech Republic. There's Lesminski. Cirk. Lesminski with a shot, and maybe a stick hit on the follow through there from Walgard, sent it wide. There's Peshek. Cirk. Feed to the crease, and Doshli. Good feed, Vesminski on the tuck and go, scores! A little show and go from Kaden Vesminski. And the run continues here for Czech Republic. 7-0 now. Just a great face dodge right here. See ya. No mistake on the finish. Moving towards the 10-minute mark. And up with a face-off are the Czech Republic, and in they come quickly. Lesminski steered aside by Walgard. And he'll hang on to possession, find an open man, another chance. And where was this team in the opener for the Czechs, as they are just filling it up right now. And I believe a timeout for Team Sweden, and a well-needed one, as it's 8-0 now for Czech Republic. Just this step down. And a fine one at that from Dominik Pešek. As I mentioned, lots of games already final here on day number 4 at the World Lacrosse Championship. And let's run some of those scores down for you here from Saturday's action, day 4. Jamaica over Portland, 6-4 the final in that one. Ireland over Latvia, 8-7. As the 2023 World Lacrosse Men's Championship is brought to you by Rady Children's Hospital. Voted one of the top 10 children's hospitals in all of the nation, and the top one here on the West Coast. We thank Rady Children's Hospital for their support here as the presenting sponsor of the World Lacrosse Men's Championship. Germany got past New Zealand by 3-9-6. Japan keeps their hot play going, as they are just steamrolling teams so far in this tournament. 14-1 over Wales. Mentioned that big Hong Kong win over Scotland by 9-7. France convincingly over Uganda. Puerto Rico edges out the Philippines earlier. Mexico gets their first win, 15-5. And Canada gets past Australia 9-3. As you have Korea, Republic, and the Netherlands, and United States and the Haudenosaunee in action as we speak right now as well. And more action to come, and some big ones on deck for Sunday's slate. Gustafson with a loose ball, but can't spin out of traffic with it, and we'll get a whistle. And they'll give it to the Swedes here. As it's 1-1 early between USA and the Haudenosaunee. Netherlands with an early 4-1 lead over Korea Republic. It's 8-0 here, Czech Republic over Team Sweden, as we are in second quarter action. And about 8.5 minutes to go in it, as the Swedes looking to get on the board. In the shadows now in this end of the field, as Powers to Niels Berry. Late change. There's no shot clock here for World Lacrosse rules, so you can take your time offensively. Feet inside. And that one got away from Salgren on the feet, and Malasic able to control around his crease. As the Czechs will try and clear. Flag comes down. I believe Sweden is offside. As right to the rack, scores! Matej Kressel adds to the Czech Republic lead, wipe out the penalty. As the Czechs up to a 9-0 lead. We are under 8 minutes to go here in this second quarter, which means we're going to break. This is the 2023 World Lacrosse Men's Championship from San Diego on ESPN+. We're back with more action here from quarter number 2, Czech Republic, Sweden. Stick with us.
Kids grow up, and it goes by fast. At Rady Children's, we're growing up too. Always looking for answers and new and better ways to care for your kids.
That's true.
Researching, innovating, breaking ground. As they soar to new heights,
Ignition.
we're ready for takeoff too.
Liftoff.
We honor our indigenous roots and international history. Lacrosse is more than a game. We play with speed, heart, and precision. Young, modern, electric, inclusive, growing across the globe. Lacrosse is everyone's sport, governed globally by World Lacrosse.
Experience real in a whole new way. From the all-new Rescue Junior, where learning about saving animals is fun, to the icy mission of the all-new Arctic Rescue, the longest and fastest straddle coaster on the West Coast, and spectacular new shows, concerts, parades, and fireworks. All in a world you need to rediscover. Get tickets as low as $64.99 during our 4th of July sale. SeaWorld San Diego. Real amazing.
Welcome back to San Diego, the home of the World Lacrosse Men's Championship. Is one of the officials just communicating with me. I'm not exactly sure what he was signaling, but I can tell you that the Czech Republic are up 9-0 here over Team Sweden. After a bit of a lackluster opener for the Czechs, looking sharp here in their second outing and in full control here in this opening half. 7.5 minutes to go in it as we go back underway here on ESPN Plus. And a violation off the faceoff will give the ball to the team in blue and yellow. As Powers will come to it. As Powers attends the University of California. Which is a little ways up the highway from here. As the sun, very difficult to see down in that far end of the field right now, as it's almost tucked in behind the wall. As Salgren slipped up on the turf, double comes at him. McCallion will scoop it up off the deck. They'll come right back to him. Shoots it, and high and wide. They maintain possession with backup as when the ball goes out, closest player to the end line to the ball when it crosses the boundary will get possession, as you see there. Checks first to it. And the ball returns to the team in white. So Malasic will walk it up the middle as the short stick comes back to the ball. Lost cut. To Tilsler. And now Doschley, who scored on the hidden ball trick earlier in this one. Now lost cut. To Vlasminski. You gotta be careful and accurate and concentrate on your passes here with the sunlight shining the way it is right now. Little pick and roll. A riser. And a goaltending change here for Team Sweden as Robin Johansson is now into the game wearing 22 in between the pipes for Team Sweden. Is in a little bit of trouble. There's Notek. Oh, took a hard hit, and multiple flags go flying as a bucket goes flying as well. 2 Czech players down on the turf and medical staff out quickly. As that was a violent collision there. I'm not sure if we get a replay or if we want a replay on that hit, fellas, but that was a collision. And I believe it's Notek that is down here for the Czech Republic. And we will get a second look at it here. Is going after the loose ball, and it was the two Czech players that collided with each other. So I know flags went flying here, but I'm not sure what they're going to call as the collision was between two teammates. As Notek on his knees now, I think will be okay, but the more immediate concern for who I think is Vlasminski that is down right now on his back. Scary stuff. So what we will do here while they attend to Vlasminski is take a quick 1-minute break with the Czechs up 9-0 over the Swedes, and we'll be back here to Wolf Epic Field in San Diego for the 2023 World Lacrosse Men's Championship on ESPN after this. Welcome back to Wolf Epic Field here on the campus of San Diego State University for the World Lacrosse Men's Championship. As concern and attention being paid to Caden Vlasminski right now as he'll be helped off to the Czech Republic sideline. As Notek walked off under his own power, Vlasminski needed a little bit of help to do the same. I would expect his evening to be over. He is up and standing and walking, but a pretty violent collision there with his own teammate head to head. And you got to believe that might be concussion related, and they'll take every precaution to make sure that he is okay. But probably better safe than sorry at this point with the 9-0 lead. Just sit him down and have a rest for the rest of this one. Because Czech Republic excuse me, is looking pretty good here against Team Sweden, but that collision right there just kind of took all the air out of the sails of this game, which was, fans were into it and the players were into it, and then all of a sudden it just kind of came to a screeching halt on that collision. As I'll get you a quick update here from the two other games going on right now. Haudenosaunee, the Nationals up 2-1 on Team USA. Korea Republic has clawed one back. They're within 2 on the Netherlands. 4-2 the score in that one. As Canada, the final over Australia 10-3. As they will play the Haudenosaunee tomorrow night at Torino Field. So I think we're just about set to go as the sun has thankfully tucked behind the wall here in the south end of the stadium. As the lights will begin to take effect here on Wolf Epic Field. As Czech Republic goes to work on the man up. Kuchera. Dashley. As the Czechs moving in nicely here on this extra man. Where do they want the shot to come from? Dashley. Fake it. Skip it down to the crease. And a riser from Pavel Sirk, who's got his third of the game. And Czech Republic up to double digits with a 10-0 lead. And they will call timeout on top of that to preserve a little more extra man offense here, as they'll remain on the man advantage. And again, you'll watch it here from Pavel Sirk once again. As he drops the stick down, ball goes high, and mentioned it before, that's one of the hardest stops for a goaltender to try and make, because his instant reaction when he sees a player drop his stick is the shot is going to go low. But as a shooter, if you can elevate that underhand shot to the upper portion of the goal, such an effective shot to use. As it was Puerto Rico, as the Philippine coaching staff crosses my broadcast location. Coming up just short against a very game Puerto Rican team earlier today. But they look to be much improved from their first outing against Team Israel. And almost got past the previously, well, still undefeated Puerto Ricans. Gorgeous shot here from our camera crew. And if you're a Czech Republic fan, that's a pretty good looking graphic on the bottom of your screen as well. 10-0. As the best finish for Team Sweden in this World Championship coming in 2002, where they finished in the top 10 at 9th. But 25th in 2018. As they look to try and improve on that, they got their work cut out for them here. As they start the tournament 0-2 and now find themselves in a big hole against the Czech Republic. Oh. Out of the timeout, we're back underway with McCallion in a face-off win after the Czech goal, and another flag goes flying quickly here, and a couple come sailing in. It's just waiting for the signal here, and it will be a Czech Republic penalty, as they have not taken many of those here tonight, but that'll even up the manpower for the time being. And then I believe Sweden will have a abbreviated man advantage. But they got to get some urgency in their game right here, right? Down 10-0. You need to start pressing a little bit for offense. Even if it means more turnovers for you, you cannot afford to just sit back and work the ball around in the offensive zone when you're down 10. Here's the shot. Powers! That's what I'm talking about. Posted in for Powers, and Sweden on the board. McCallion will pick up the apple. Powers will pick up the Gino. And it's a 9-goal lead down for the Czech Republic. Clock continues to tick down here in second quarter action. 2.5 to play. Can they win the ensuing faceoff and start to generate a little momentum? Yes, they can. As Barry evades a defender. He's going to run right back at him. As we are back to even strength after that Sweden goal. Salgren. Double comes. Actually, excuse me, Sweden's still a man down here, as one of the coaches was blocking the penalty box. And that's why the double team came to the ball carrier, as Powers tried to look for his second. And now we are back even as the ball comes back across center. As Czech Republic wanted the quick whistle and didn't get it, as the official will bring him back as Peshek. We'll play it to Loskot. Here's Kressel. And that pass slips away from Kuchera. quick possession there on the Czechs, as you can start to feel a little improvement here in the game from Sweden. Quick check there, and now a hit on the back as the intensity ramps up here a little bit. As August Snyder, I think, will serve some penalty time. And I believe Jakob Koss will go as well. This all coming with 35 seconds here to go in this opening half, as we wrap up day number 4 here at the World Lacrosse Men's Championship, presented by Rady Children's Hospital. And a big Sunday on deck here from San Diego. As I'll get you the upcoming schedule, hopefully at halftime, but into the second half for sure, as some very notable games will take place as they jockey for pool position. As here's Powers in the right hand, tried to stuff it, and Malasic will reject it. The final 30 seconds here, flag down. Now what are they going to call here? One player in the box for both teams. And now a second Swedish player will enter the penalty box. And Czech Republic back to the EMO. 25 seconds to work with here at the end of the half. Doshli. And a quick almost turnover. Doshli comes back up with it. A little shovel across the crease. And Pavel Sirk has his 4th. Having himself a ball game right now. There's Pavel Sirk, who can do no wrong, as that one comes with just 9 ticks left on the clock. Watch this pass across the crease. One toucher. And then bingo right up under the crossbar with the finish. Well, goal number 11 for the Czechs, who restore their 10-goal lead. Time for maybe one chance here for McCallion. Got to pass off. Here's the chance, and it's in. August Snyder answers back with a buzzer beater for Team Sweden. I'll put 1 second on the clock as a clean win for McCallion sets up Snyder, who bounces it through the legs of Malasic for the second goal for Team Sweden. So face-off rather academic here with just 1 second left.
Go, Luke, do it again.
And that's the way half number 1 will come to a close here at Wolf Epic Field. All Czech Republic in that opening 30 minutes as they hang 11 on Team Sweden, who respond with 2, one very, very late. Break time here in San Diego. We'll come back. We'll get you set for half number 2. We'll have a look at some of the highlights from half number 1. And another look at that out-of-town scoreboard as well. You're watching the 2023 World Lacrosse Men's Championship presented by Rady Children's Hospital. We're back to San Diego on ESPN Plus right after these messages.
Notre Dame Lacrosse, plus more to give away to your team. Don't forget to download the official event app for daily schedules, scores, stats, and more. Download the Superfan Loyalty app from the Android or Apple Store and search for 2023 World Lacrosse. Epic Lacrosse is proud to be the premier apparel sponsor of the 2023 World Lacrosse Men's Championship. Head to any of Epic's World Lacrosse merch tents today to get your official championship gear. Find amazing designs, including shirts and hoodies, available for all 30 competing nations. Profits are shared with each nation when you purchase their gear from Epic Lacrosse and take home a piece of history. Please continue to support the lacrosse community of San Diego with the San Diego Seals. Cheer on your local professional lacrosse team at Pechanga Arena San Diego for the 2023-24 season beginning in December. Visit sealslax.com for season tickets and follow on social media at sealslax. And make sure you have your World Lacrosse playoff tickets from June 27th through July 1st. You won't want to miss the semifinal games on June 29th and, of course, final days on Saturday, July 1st at Snapdragon Stadium. Head to worldlax2023.com for single-day passes.
Kids grow up, and it goes by fast. At Rady Children's, we're growing up too, always looking for answers and new and better ways to care for your kids.
That's true.
Researching, innovating, breaking ground. As they soar to new heights,
Ignition.
we're ready for takeoff too.
Liftoff.
Kids grow up, and it goes by fast. At Rady Children's, we're growing up too, always looking for answers and new and better ways to care for your kids.
That's true.
Researching, innovating, breaking ground. As they soar to new heights,
Ignition.
we're ready for takeoff too.
Liftoff.
The 2023 World Lacrosse Men's Championship is sponsored by Rady Children's Hospital, the largest children's hospital on the West Coast and ranked among the top 10 children's hospitals in the entire nation. As we are at halftime here on day 4 for the nightcapper from Epic Wolf Field in San Diego. And it was all Czech Republic in that opening half over Team Sweden. As they hold the 11-2 lead, let's have a look at some of the highlights from that opening half. And the party got started early for the Czechs. as they just ran roughshod over Sweden, who were on their heels from the get-go. Kuchera. And then Wesminski. Here's the hidden ball trick from Dashley that worked to perfection for the legend. As Berg still looking for that one. The man of the opening half is Wesminski had a nice opening half, but there's Pesek on a finish. It was Pavel Sirk who had 4 of the 11. That was number 4 there for Sirk, as he had himself a fine opening half for the Czech Republic. Powers will get Sweden on the board. And one more coming from August Snyder. So you get another one here from Sirk first. But a buzzer beater from Sweden to round out the half to make it 11-2. A couple of more minutes before we get going for half number 2. Stick with us here on ESPN Plus. We're back with the 2023 World Lacrosse Men's Championship here from San Diego after this. Cool. Thank you. Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
They don't need an officiant.
Back to San Diego and Epic Wolf Field here on the campus of San Diego State University. The home of the 2023 World Lacrosse Men's Championship on ESPN Plus. Jake Elliott with you. And happy to be with you as we are almost set for second half action. If you want to get in touch with yours truly during the game, you can do so via Twitter at PXP4 Sports. Let me know who you're cheering for, where you're watching in from. Who do you think is going to win the gold medal here at the World Championship 1 week from tonight? As the big enchilada will be played at Snapdragon Stadium for the medal rounds. Czech Republic looking good after 30 minutes of play here against Team Sweden as they have a 9-goal lead with 30 to go. Teams back out onto the field and set to go here for the second half. Blow the whistle. Let's play some lacrosse. And McCallion up with a face-off win. Ball in the back of his pocket as he runs it forward. Tried to shoot it like that and didn't come out cleanly. And Malasic able to stop that one rather easily. Good run. And with the long pole from Rai-chan. Now in a little bit of trouble. And
Timeout, Czech Republic.
Ryan Whitmer, recognizing his long stick was in a little bit of trouble, decides to call the timeout and value possession. So it'll be Czech ball out of the timeout. We're just 25 seconds in here to this second half. And what a day it's been here once again in San Diego. Day number 4, Saturday. Pool play continuing. And another big day on deck here at the World Championships tomorrow, Sunday. And some of the matchups for you. Let's run down the upcoming schedule, shall we? Wales and Uganda will get things started early tomorrow, along with Hong Kong and Austria. Germany and Switzerland will round out the 10 o'clock window Pacific time. At 1 o'clock, Scotland and Italy. Israel, Puerto Rico, that is one you're going to want to tune into. Czech Republic will take on the Philippines. As those are your morning games here in San Diego. I'll get you the afternoon and evening schedule in a little bit as we're back underway here from Wolf Epic Field. Dominic Peshek. It's Jan Fischer. And now Kressel. No lane to drive, so he'll pull this one back out high. Peshek says settle down, one of the veterans on this Czech team now. As they finish second in the European qualifier. As that ball will sail to the center line. Czechs went offside. As their best finish also a 9th place finish. That coming back in 1998, however. As they finished 26th. And you know the Czech Republic will not be satisfied with that here in 2023. With a 5-0 record through that European qualifier, with wins over Poland, the Netherlands, en route here to San Diego. Head coach for Team Sweden, Stephen Luna. Into his guys pretty good at halftime as I had a chance to skip across the field and just listened in just a touch. But he was pretty animated and I think far from satisfied with the way his club performed in that opening half and expects more out of his bunch as they look to be playing with a little more purpose here in the third quarter. But into traffic was McCallion and ball turned over back to the Czech Republic. Slow clear on here for the Czechs. Japan and Denmark, as the Japanese have just been rolling teams, and I would have to expect another convincing win for Japan over Denmark tomorrow. United States will take on England. New Zealand and Poland at 4 o'clock as well, and then into the 7 o'clock matchups for Ireland, Peru, Latvia, Korea Republic. And the big one on Sunday, Canada and the Haudenosaunee. We'll play at 7 o'clock. A Cirque looking for 5. And Johansson, who came in relief of Anton Berg in that first half, remains in the cage to start half number 2. And what was a disappointing opener for the Czechs, certainly on the right foot here in their second outing. Their next game comes tomorrow against the Philippines. And if they play like this, that should be a heck of a lacrosse game. Philippines played much better today. The Czechs are playing much better today. And if those two teams played like they did earlier and now, that should be a pretty straight up even contest. Dashley in the right hand sends the pass out wide for Kuchera. Wearing number 6 here tonight instead of his normal number 5. If you're joining us late here on ESPN Plus. As he'll draw some contact and move the ball quickly. Doschley on the drive, the spin, he'll shoot, and good stop there for Johansson, who tracked it well. Got to get out of your crease now, and he's pressured quickly by the veteran. He knocked it free momentarily. And Sweden will move it wide to the long pole. And Dixon Smith the third. Long pole, always a bit of a sketchy play. Got to get it upfield here. And the ride on hard here for the Czech Republic. Salgren will get to center and across. And a nice job on the clear from Team Sweden. Niels Berry counting numbers, making sure the proper personnel is on. And I believe we do have a flag down on the delay here. So again, Sweden will need to continue to attack the goal, keep it inside restraining, and maybe not. Maybe I got my signals wrong by the officials once again, as they did bring it outside the box and play continued. Salgren to Barry with some speed, sweeping, shooting, and I'm not sure if Milasek got a piece or not, but that's a good shot on the run from Barry. He's just got to dial it in just a touch and find target there, and he's probably got himself a goal. Sometimes the accuracy a little more important than the velocity. And I think Barry could take a lesson away from that. So here he is again as he looked low this time with the pass. As Powers thought maybe off a check stick, the referee did not agree. And the ball will go back to the Czech Republic as we search for our first goal here in the third quarter. As Andre Streblik makes a good run across the center stripe. Pavel Sirk finds his man Kressel. And now behind the goal. Sweden and the Czechs making changes here on the fly. The drive from the wing. No opportunity there. So they'll reset. Under 8 to play here in the third. As the lights taking full effect here on the field now. Never easy going from a bright, sunshiny start to the game to adjusting to a night game in the works. As here comes Walgard on the fly. Powers shoots it. Oh, Milasek down, stop, rebound available. And Kressel will pull it out of there. And here comes Kuchera up the far sideline. Man open in Kuchera. That's Simon Kuchera. Another settled possession here. Quick update from the Haudenosaunee and USA. 5-4 Stars and Stripes now. Netherlands pulling away from Korea Republic 9-2. Pesek in the slot. Kuchera. And he put that one wide. We are under 8 minutes to go here in the third quarter, which means break time from Wolf Epic Field in San Diego. 6:45 to play in the third. Czechs in control, up 9. We're back to the World Championship in San Diego on ESPN Plus after this.
At Morgan Stanley, old school hard work meets bold new thinking. At 87 years old, we still see the world with the wonder of new eyes, helping you discover untapped possibilities and relentlessly working with you to make them real. Old school grit, new world ideas. Morgan Stanley.
Kids grow up, and it goes by fast. At Rady Children's, we're growing up too. Always looking for answers and new and better ways to care for your kids.
That's true.
Researching, innovating, breaking ground. As they soar to new heights,
Ignition.
we're ready for takeoff too.
Liftoff.
Max power, I'm about to go bigger and better. If I ever lose, I don't know, faster than ever. If I ever lose, I don't know, bigger and better. Hitting roller coaster can bigger, bolder, faster. I'm going to the maximum. I'm going to the maximum. I'm going to the maximum. I'm bigger, bolder, faster. I'm going to the maximum. I'm going to the maximum. I'm going to the maximum. I'm bigger, bolder, faster.
Welcome back to San Diego in the 2023 World Lacrosse Men's Championship presented by Rady Children's Hospital. It's Jake Elliott with you. Third quarter action in the works here. And a turnover on the Czech Republic. We'll give it back to Team Sweden, who are down 9 here with 6.5 to go in the third. The ride on here for Pavel Sirk as Walgard will evade him. But not for long. As the strip and the turnover. As Peshek will pull out wide here. Kuchera and Doshli. I mentioned the opener for the Czechs. Real nice mix of kind of young, up-and-coming Czech players along with some established veterans on this team that have been around the national program for quite some time. And a chance for these younger players to learn from guys like Peshek and Doshli. What it takes. And some good young talent and rising stars here for this national team. And Pavel Sirk, certainly one of those. And unfortunately, Kaden Vlasminski, who I think is another injured in that opening half with a collision with Notek, and I haven't seen Notek come back onto the field either. And I think that's probably more precautionary than anything, as those two collided head-to-head. And I think Vlasminski got the worst of it, but both are being held out of this game, I would expect, for the remainder of it. And we'll have to see whether they are able to continue in tomorrow's action, as they will take on the Philippines at 1 o'clock. As Kuchera will throw one almost away. And Sirk will pounce onto that one. As the stall call on here to the Czech Republic, and if you're kind of new to the field game and you're not sure what the stall call is, it's to deter slowing the game down and running out the clock. So no shot clock, but they will have to keep it inside that restraining box and kind of force the issue a little bit, which it has clearly done right here as Sweden causes the turnover. They throw to the center line, and Powers with a nice handle there. Numbers here for Sweden. Down to the crease, chance. And just wide, good hustle from Barry. But they will not give Team Sweden possession there, and very close call. But a good effort there from Hodam to outrace his man to the end line and gets possession. Dobiash will move it on ahead. This is Jan Fischer. As we're under 3.5 to go in quarter three, and there's another turnover on Czech Republic. This time Peshek a little high on the delivery. Across the line as Sweden will clear successfully. Niels Bear, we haven't really seen him be as aggressive as he was against Puerto Rico on the one-on-one dodges. And they need production from number 2 in blue to be successful. He's got it in his pocket once again. But he'll move it. And Friswold for a shift here on offense. Here's Barry on the drive across. Gets the pick high. Short stick matchup now. As he changes direction. Still Barry on the kickback. Salgren. He'll roll, slipped. Double comes and ball thrown away. Pretty good defense and rotation there from the Czech Republic defensive unit. Here he is, Dashley. Maybe not the quick step he once used to have, but still enough to get around Powers with the clear. 7 world championships, box included, but still. I think it's at least 5 field championships, and you're talking 20 years. And I said, you know, probably the Paul Rabel or the John Grant Jr., Gary Gate of Czech Republic lacrosse. I'm sure the young up-and-coming kids, the youngsters, must look up to him like he is an absolute rock star back in Czech Republic. And rightly so. What a career. And as that went into the back of the goal, they will confer about it as it hit pipe, hit ground, and up go the arms. Another goal for the Czechs, as that one was in and out in a hurry. As Matej Krysl restores a 10-goal lead here for Czech Republic, 12-2. The bounce off the turf, off the crossbar, and into the goal. As we are in final minute of play here in the third. Back to center. And the face-off won by McCallion. He's done a nice job for Sweden in that department here tonight. They just have not been able to generate the offense. As 3 goals against Israel, 4 goals against Puerto Rico, and they sit on 2 here late in the third quarter against Czech Republic. Slipping down. McCallion on the wrap. And that's it. Oh, a highlight reel goal right there from Luke McCallion. The Pennsylvania product out of the University of Vermont. On the backhand, Shoveler past Malasic for goal number 3. Individual effort, and enjoy the replay on this one. It was pretty to watch. As they're in fourth quarter action at Torero Field, with United States now up 3 on the Haudenosaunee, 7-4. And it's all Netherlands over Korea Republic, 10-2 in the fourth quarter there as well. Peshek, and they'll wipe it out after the buzzer, says the official. That one will not count, as we have 45 minutes in the books and 15 minutes here to go on day number 4 for the 2023 World Lacrosse Men's Championship. You're watching on ESPN Plus. We're back with fourth quarter action after these messages. Welcome back to Wolf Epic Field here in San Diego, California, the home site of the 2023 World Lacrosse Men's Field Lacrosse Championship presented by Rady Children's Hospital. Voted one of the top 10 best children's hospitals in the entire nation. And we thank Rady Children's Hospital for their support and being the proud presenting sponsor of the Men's World Championship. McCallion up, blow the whistle, let's play some lacrosse. Quick face-off win, McCallion. And unable to get that one into the back of the goal, as we do have a goaltending change here for the Czech Republic. I believe it is Josef Slavik in between the cage now, wearing number 9, not his number 16. As I'm looking to confirm that information. Again, if you're joining us late, okay, we have confirmed that, so thank you for that, as the Czechs running into some travel and equipment issues. So a couple of different guys wearing different numbers here for their team. And that is Slavik in the goal now for the Czechs, as the Swedes turn it over here in the fourth quarter. Ball on the deck once again. The Czechs will be able to control. And expect them to be patient and take their time here in the fourth quarter with their offensive possessions. As Krussel marked up by Walgard, and a flag down now on Team Sweden. There's a long-ranging shot, skips wide, and here comes the penalty call. And I think multiple penalties coming. So it's a man up here for the Czech Republic, and a forced pass from Peshek down to the crease will get away from him and go out of bounds. As the ride on here, as Johansson will play a little cat and mouse with his crease, as Peshek will try and run him down from behind. Penalty time got to be close to expiring here. And here comes the double, and Doschli able to knock the Swedish goaltender back into his own crease, which will give it back to the Czech Republic. Still time to work with here, as it was a 1-minute personal, not a 30-second technical. My apologies. Doschli. Kickoff. Back to the center. Peshek to the crease, and Cirk with the release. Stopped by Johansson, who's been pretty good since coming into this game. I think has only allowed 2 goals since entering, as another flag comes in. And that has been a bit of a bugaboo here for Sweden in this one. Just too many violations and penalties to a pretty potent offensive Czech team. And tough to come back when you're down a man. Kuchera. Doschli into the slot. Here's Kuchera. And Johansson with another stop. Well, Sweden will try to clear here with Rubin. And good speed from Zach Rubin. Mill Valley, California. I'm sure he has friends and family in attendance here in San Diego. 10 to play here on day 4. Changes in the works here for Team Sweden. Here comes the double on Salgren. And is open off the box. And Eric Friswald. He's from Eden Prairie, Minnesota. Salgren. The deep feed for Niels Berry. Into the slot, Powers over top of the crossbar. Good look there for Powers, right where you want to be to let it fly. And it just sailed out of the pocket just a little bit and over top of the net. Big old stick battle in front of the goals. Maybe a player stepping in there to stop that one. As I think Jakob Kos might have saved the goal. Long feed up. Here's Dobiash. Kuchera, field wide. The drive from Pesek deflected and out. They'll stay here with the Czech Republic as they have the 9-goal lead here over Team Sweden, in jeopardy of dropping their first 3 games here in 2023. Czechs looking to go 1-1 in their first 2. Looking much better here than they did in their opener. That they lost 14-6 to Puerto Rico, who are 3-0 now after a win over the Philippines in tight fashion. 8-7 the final earlier today. And that's the next opponent here for the Czech Republic. All right, first things first. Let's finish off this final 8 minutes. I'm sure is the message. And we'll get a moving screen call. And we will get a timeout. 7:39 here to go in the game. Czech Republic in control over Team Sweden. They lead it by 9. This is the 2023 World Lacrosse Men's Championship from San Diego on ESPN Plus, presented by Rady Children's Hospital. Back after the timeout, Jake Elliott with you here from Wolf Epic Field in San Diego. 12-3 Czech Republic over Team Sweden as they look to even their record to 1-1 and hand Sweden their third straight loss here to begin the tournament. And they're 7.5 minutes away from doing that. As a couple other games in progress as we speak, as Sweden will bring the ball in. It's 9-6 United States over the Haudenosaunee with 4 minutes to play from Torino Field. And the Netherlands in full control over Korea Republic as they lead by the exact same score, 12-3, as we have here. So USA looking to keep their perfect record intact. Sallgren on the drive. Fake the shot, drive it in, corkscrew, and that one goes wide. As a good run there from Sallgren, and we'd like to see more of that out of 5 in blue. Looks like it's there when he wants it to be. I think Sweden, there's a long shot. And good save there from Slavik. Sometimes I feel like Sweden might just be a little bit too passive offensively and not using their athleticism and skill, as Powers will do that here as he spins one into the back of the net. His second of the game. And the fans to my right appreciating the effort from Kevin Powers. Just a good maybe a tippy toe on the crease there that went undetected. It'll count, and it's 12-4. Maybe just a little too late for Sweden in this one, but the way McCallion is winning faceoffs is a little disappointed with himself there as he won the draw cleanly, but the subsequent pass a little left to be desired. 5.5 to go here from Wolf Epic Field. Another gorgeous night in San Diego, and just a beautiful complex and compound here for San Diego State University. All the amenities you could ask for. As that backhand pass will sail away and out of bounds and go back to Team Sweden. Now we have a late flag come in here. So we'll get the call from the official wearing number 50. It's a 1-minute slash and an unsportsmanlike and another. And I think this is 3 minutes here against Team Sweden, and maybe their coaching staff a little over exuberant with some choice words for the official, and this is going to be an extended. Oh, Zach Rubin, the guilty party. Regardless, this will carry Czech Republic a man up for quite some time here. There's only 4.5 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. And Sweden in some trouble here. Good feed on the bounce to Barry. He's got a man in behind. It's Sallgren. Scores! Oh, short-handed, 2 men. Sweden cash in. Eric Sallgren with the finish. As Walgard to Barry, and one more to Sallgren, who pumps it in. And Sweden within 7 with 4:10 to go as you watch it again. It happened so quickly our camera crew could barely keep up. But they saw the finish from number 5 in blue and yellow. And that's why they call it the fastest game on 2 feet, right there. Excellent clear there from Sweden, especially shorthanded. Timeout down on the field. As once again, we'd like to thank our presenting sponsor, Rady Children's Hospital. Ranked in the top 10 of children's hospitals in the entire nation. And one of the top children's hospitals here on the West Coast. And proud presenting sponsors here of the 2023 World Lacrosse Men's Championship. As you are watching live international field lacrosse here on ESPN Plus, as we have brought you, well, I want to say about 30, 35 of the 107 games that will be televised here on ESPN Plus. Right to the championship on Saturday from Snapdragon Stadium. Who will it be? Tell you what, the way Team Japan is playing right now, don't count those guys out. They have been impressive. Jamaica have been a super entertaining team to watch. Puerto Rico, impressive. You know, Israel will make some noise before it's all said and done. And another whistle. Timeout, Sweden. And if you're new to the international game and World Lacrosse, you may be wondering, why is Team Sweden calling a timeout with 3:50 to go and down 7 goals? When it comes down to tiebreakers, goals for and goals against matter in this tournament. So you will see teams that are up large still go to goal and try and score as much as they can and work just as hard on the defensive end of the field to try and prevent goals. And same goes for the team that is down in the game. No goal is insignificant. And the coaching staff of Team Sweden wanted timeout. As a couple of youngsters hop out onto the field wearing Swedish jerseys, shooting on the open net for the time being. As we'll try and get another quick check-in on the Haudenosaunee and USA game that has to be in the very late stages now. As the players race back out on 9-7. USA over the Haudenosaunee with just 65 seconds to go. Still a lacrosse game. What can happen in 65 seconds in the sport of lacrosse? Lots has to happen here in the final 3:45 for Team Sweden if they want to avoid going 0-3. Kevin Powers on the roll dodge. Used a bit of a free hand to create separation. Got away with the ward. Salgren checked tightly. He's got it to Powers. He likes to normally play on the other side of the field here, as he sends a low pass off the shins of Salgren and out of bounds. Go back to the defense. Go Sweden. And back to the clear. Go the Czech Republic. Long feet up the sideline. Right on the mark there for Slavic, who's looked pretty good since coming into this game in relief of Malasic. And you just wonder, where was this Czech team in game number 1? Just a completely different looking Czech Republic team than what we saw against Puerto Rico. Which kind of led me that this was going to be an evenly played lacrosse game here against Team Sweden. But the Czech Republic cranked their game up here for game number 2. And looking impressive against the Swedes. Kuchera doubled. And pressured. As Backlund couldn't get it back. Here's Doschle. The hesitation. Tough pass. Nice handle from Pavel Sirk. He'll rip one out in front of the goal. Pesek will settle it down. Now Jan Fischer. He'll wind it up. Good switch off. Sirk from X. And stall call got to be close to being called here from the officials, but Doshley will bring it towards the cage. Pass knocked down. Nice loose ball. As Dixon Smith III will go backwards with it. And I'm not sure that was the appropriate decision. As in some trouble here. Czechs get it back. Flag comes in. And I think this is going against the Czech Republic for a slash. That coming with 1:16 to go as we're in stop time here in the final 2 minutes of the fourth quarter. 30 seconds in quarters 1 through 3. That'll be a 1 minute personal. And Sweden to the man up late. And it is a final at Torino Field. The USA hang on over the Haudenosaunee 9-7, your final in that one. And what looked to be a very competitive lacrosse game from two of the top teams. As right there, August Snyder out of Mercyhurst. Man up goal for Team Sweden. As they're trying to make a late push here, but they're going to run out of time as they get within 6. But they'll still preserve some clock here as they call timeout after the goal. And I'm not sure that was actually necessary as the clock stops under 2 minutes here as we get a look at that August Snyder goal once again. So not only does the game clock stop, but the penalty time would stop as well. But a chance to huddle up and discuss the strategy on the upcoming face-off. And like I said, every goal matters in this tournament. And still 52 seconds to try and get a couple more here for Team Sweden. Also a final, 12-3. The Netherlands over Korea Republic. As it all gets going again tomorrow at 10 o'clock Pacific time for day 5 here from the 2023 World Lacrosse Men's Championship. As 3 games in the 10 o'clock window: Wales, Uganda, Hong Kong, Austria, Germany, Switzerland. As I'll have the call in that one, Germany and Switzerland. That'll be my first look at those two teams tomorrow. As Sweden, the face-off win to Sahlgren. Coming down the stretch here on day 4. Outside rip, and that one well wide as Niels Berry let it fly. And ends up in the far corner. Snyder will hustle and scoop up a loose ball in the end line. 30 seconds to go. Sahlgren, a feed to the crease, and another for the Swedes as Luke McCallion brings the Swedish national team within 5. And just look at the delivery here on the replay. Sliced it right through the Czech Republic defense. And then the good reach there from McCallion, as stick will always see more goal than eyes do. And reaches right around Slavik for the 7th goal for Sweden. So if nothing else here for Team Sweden, some real positive thoughts in this 4th quarter. Not giving up, giving a good push back. Their best offensive production to date so far was 7 goals. And a chance for maybe one more. 5 seconds, send it to the goal. Kicked away, and that will do it. As Sweden will be off until Monday, where they will take on the Philippines. The Czechs will play Philippines tomorrow. But for now, this one is over. It's a 5-goal victory for the Czech Republic over Team Sweden. 12-7, the final. Day 4 is now in the books here from the 2023 World Lacrosse Men's Championship presented by Rady Children's Hospital. And it's been another great day here in San Diego. We will look forward to day number 5. Go to World Lax 2023 for all your updated stats and standings. Been a pleasure being a part of it here once again, and look forward to Sunday in San Diego. You've been watching the World Lacrosse Men's Championship from San Diego on ESPN Plus. For our entire production crew, I've been Jake Elliott, and for the fastest game on 2 feet, and for the creator, we'll talk to you tomorrow from San Diego. Thank you. Hope we get a chance to work some more together, Byron. All right. You too, man.